She is the 22-year-old actress, equally deadly with both bow and arrow and ironically cocked eyebrow. Jennifer Lawrence now has a second Academy Awards nomination to go with her Hunger Games blockbuster cred, so it's fair to say she's firmly on the A-list now, but you might be surprised at how long she hopes to stay there. ABC's Chris Conley got to know her in our series Oscar Confidential.
When Jennifer Lawrence won Best Actress at the SAG Awards, she thanked her family, her director, her fellow cast members, and honcho Harvey Weinstein. Then
I went home. I always go home. Well, I stopped at Harvey Weinstein's party for a little bit, got my parents drunk, and then I left and went home.
Just 22, with 2 Best Actress nominations already on her resume, she's got Hollywood buzzing with delight.
Jennifer, what time right here?
Both at her grit to glam range and at her refreshingly unspoiled self-image.
I just have a very weird job, and if I just remind myself of that it's nothing more than that, then I don't start, I think, thinking that it's more dramatic.
How would you lose your job?
By having sex with everybody in the office.
Oscar nominated this year for director David O. Russell's Silver Linings Playbook. She takes what could have been a rom-com stock character, the manic pixie dream girl, and fills her off-kilter widow with vivid, captivating emotion. On the dance floor with Bradley Cooper, or toe-to-toe with this guy.
Ever since he was with you,
You think that I'm why today's happened.
That's right, you are why today's
I'm the reason why today happened.
What's it like when you're on set and you have to stare into Robert De Niro's eyes and tell him off?
Nerve-wracking. I'm really bad about reading scenes before, and so I was trying to memorize it in the hair and makeup trailer, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be screaming at Robert De Niro, and I'm going to be messing up my lines, and fortunately the adrenaline kicked in, and I remembered.
You had to just memorize that in the hair and makeup trailer?
Yeah.
And all you were doing was saying it to one of the greatest actors in the history of American cinema?
Stop saying it. I already feel really bad. I already feel terrible. God. Yeah, I didn't plan it. Well, I guess that was the problem. I didn't plan it.
She grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, youngest of 3, spurning the sports her brothers loved. An irrepressible, spontaneous performer from the get-go.
My dad actually started working at home when I was, I guess, 6. So I would dress up as a clown or a ballerina every single day and go down. My dad's trying to work, and I'd be like, wait. Anytime he'd look away, and I'd be like, watch. And put on a new show, or I'd dress up as a person and knock on the door and be like, hi, my name's Judy and my car broke down. Can I use your phone? And yet none of us ever assumed I would be an actress.
At 14, Jennifer and her mother took a spring break trip to New York City. She was spotted by a talent scout.
I had already caught the bug. It was the first time in my entire life that I felt like I 100% was made for something, and that I could be good at something, and that I understood something, because I had spent so many years being lost in school and feeling stupid.
I'll find him.
Girl, I've been looking.
I said I'll find him.
Her big break came in 2010 with this underdog indie film, playing an ever-resourceful teen amid meth and menace on a hardscrabble Ozark landscape.
I'm still auditioning for things, and I'm still like, am I good at this, or do these directors just like me? And then Winter's Bone happened, and they loved the movie, and then a couple years later we were at the Oscars, and it was just unreal.
The critically hailed drama earned Lawrence her first Oscar nomination.
Never ask for what ought to be offered.
But when she was offered more roles in flannel, she flipped the script.
We did an Esquire shoot. I got in a bikini and danced around and got that out on the magazines, and that helped.
So that actually helped, dressing like that and doing those sort of...
I guess. I mean, that's why I hire professionals.
She was drop-dead gorgeous enough to be cast in X-Men First Class.
Mutant and proud.
Requiring layer upon layer of blue paint to be applied each shooting day.
Well, I have no modesty left. I was either standing or sitting on a bicycle seat while 7 women painted me everywhere, and it was horrible. But I can't wait to go back.
To fans of the Hunger Games, Lawrence is indomitable, emotionally torn Katniss Everdeen, heroine of what will be a movie trilogy. Yet after being cast in the role, she nearly didn't do it.
Because of the size of it, and because of Twilight, I knew what to expect. I think with the poor Twilight actors, they had no idea what they were getting themselves into. I was afraid of my life changing. I had a wonderful life, and I had this imaginary made-up future of myself where I would be a soccer mom driving a minivan and raise a normal family. I couldn't see that future if I said yes to these movies. It was difficult, and it took 3 days, but I've never once regretted saying yes to the Hunger Games, which is odd because I expected to.
A $400 million blow-out-the-doors smash. The film's success reshaped not just her own life, but those of her loved ones. Her mother, for one.
God bless her. She texts me almost every night. Are you home? Are you okay?
But we don't see you get carried home from a club in this neighborhood.
No, you'll never see that. Because I don't like it. I just don't like clubs. And I don't have the stomach for getting really wasted. 4 drinks, I'm barfing. I don't know what it is. My brothers are really ashamed of me.
When she does venture out to a soiree, acting royalty leaves her slack-jawed.
Yeah, I saw Meryl Streep at a party one time, and somebody was about to introduce me to Bill Maher, and so he was reaching his hand, and I literally put my hand in his face and looked at Meryl Streep and go, "Not now, Bill!" And I just stared at her all night and followed her around and drank and stared at her like a creep. Sorry.
But as Oscar night awaits, it's her fellow nominees looking up to her.
What happens when you run into younger actors now, like 14-year-olds or, Quavangenet or somebody like that? What's it like to talk to people who are where you were like 4 or 5 years ago?
It's amazing. It's really fun. And then there's also like a sense of relief because it's like, oh God, I'm not going to be relevant forever.
I'm Chris Connolly for Nightline in Los Angeles.
You'll be relevant for a while. Hate to break it to you. Thanks to Chris Conley. You can watch the Oscars right here on ABC next Sunday, February 24th. See how that works out.